So I utterly believe that man shouldn't exist, that we are Frankenstein monsters, that the wildest, most unimaginable reality, that we could somehow say that there is a spider at the center to all this, whether you want to call it Tiamat, Hathor, Mother Circe, all these other names, right? There's so many. Hell, Satana, even Prometheus as being a more androgynous figure. That we live in a construct of entropy that requires an agitated field, like is suggested in much of the Gnostic text. And so I go beyond Gnosticism. I go beyond cynical, like Diogenes, or I go beyond nihilistic, way beyond Schopenhauer, or some people view Nietzsche's final theme as this flat time that just keeps, like a Ouroboros, just keeps circling around on itself, right? I believe in the old Gnostic lost traditions that man shouldn't exist, that there isn't any amendment that man and women can make. And so you can say, oh, well, I'm alive, so I'm going to deal with it. And by you dealing with it, you have to show sacrifice and supremacy. And so when we get into these religions, it's like, okay, this is good as it gets. And we pretend that everything's okay. It's not okay. We are the fatal disease surrounding ourselves, and even more so, I believe that we require a life support system, which is what this world is, that cymatically keeps things undulating in a form of frequency or harmonics that allows us to live in this ephemeral, finite state. Then if you want to get into reincarnation or the fact that, energy conservation, be my guest. But one thing's for sure is that the psionic aspect to this is even more troubling. And the fact that we have these short lifetimes, whether or not there is reincarnation or re-embodiment, I'm sure that red right rituals do all that they are purported to do. That is, hijacking a child, a baby, from its very life and replacing that baby with some sort of druid's or witch's energy. This stuff's real. It's for real. So, when you begin to really look at us, we are hideous creatures. Have you ever really looked at autopsy corpses and thought about how devastating, when the skin's even removed and you're looking at this thing and you're like, I don't want to see that thing come back into an animated state. That thing looks like it's pure evil, right? It looks like we were actually created to do this craft, and to fight for some sort of supremacy who's going to be Lord Vampire, or like I say, Frankenstein's monster. That we are set in this arena where we have to compete with one another, right? As to who's going to be the psionic supreme magician who steals away and draws energy away from people. Is this really what it's all about?